Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're here for WPL Season 8, Week 3. This is my battle versus Ian and the Ladner Lanturns. He's currently 2-0 and we are currently 0-2, so we really do need to win this game to even have a good shot at even doing well this season. I already feel like there's almost no chance of me making playoffs. I mean, starting 0-2, and then you know what? I can take potentially 3 more losses and still make playoffs. Yeah, I mean, we already know that's not going to happen. I've managed to start 2-1 for the last 2 seasons and miss playoffs, so starting 0-2 and potentially 0-3, I already have heavy doubts on, playoffs. But my goal for this season's to go like 6-6. That's my goal. So, I mean, a win here would be very nice to kind of put me towards that goal a bit. So, anyway, he is a very scary team. Zapdos is really scary, Garchomp's really scary, Mega B's really scary. Everything he has here, maybe except Registill, is really scary. So let's jump straight into this battle. I lead off with my Donphan as he leads off with Chomp, and I am going to go for Earthquake here. I feel like there's no reason for me not to. Earthquake plus Ice Shard will knock him out, and of course I'm sturdy, so this is the 1v1 I always win. He goes with Toxic. And here, I wish I clicked Quake again. I go for Shard and he reveals to be Yachi, and goes for, I think, Earthquake? Yeah, so. Here, I kind of feel like I misplayed. I go for another Ice Shard here, as he does bring out Zapdos. I really wish I'd go Rock Stomp, but then again, even if I did, he would just click Defog on the turn I go for an Ice Shard, because I don't believe I had Stone Edge in this battle. I could be wrong, but yeah, straight away I lose my rocks, which I wish I was able to get up. I believe I go for a Volt Switch here. No, I go for a Thunderbolt as Reuniclus comes out. And straight away he does reveal to me that he is Assault Vest Reuniclus. Now, this turn I believe he goes for a Psyshock. No, he doubles to Chomp. And I'm going to click U-turn. I know the Zapdos switch is always going to be made here. I'm just hoping I don't get static straight away. And I don't. So I can go into my Type Null. Please don't question why I went Type Null. If I go Coco, I'm able to put enough pressure on to pretty much claim a KO. But I'd have to make the prediction right, because I'm pretty sure I was choiced. I was Specs Coco, I think, this week. Although I would have been able to KO something if I'd got the prediction right. But instead I go into this and start trying to Flame Charge up to try and outspeed Zapdos. I need to be +4 to outspeed Zapdos. So you're going to see me do that, and then return can do like no damage in return. So here, this is a really good spot for me because I have Shadow Claw here and Pursue. So I'm clicking Shadow Claw, and we don't do too much, but I figure he's always going to switch here because he doesn't want to risk getting Shadow Claw crit. So I'm gonna go for Pursuit. And he lives on 9. That sucks, but at least that's weakened. So I can go for Return. Oh, sorry, I'm faster at +3 actually. And he goes for T-Bolt. So I go for Return, thinking this could be a roll. And it probably was, but we don't get it. I'm assuming if it was definitely in his favor. But at this stage, I have to be +6 to outspeed him. And I realized if I go for another Flame Charge, he's just going to drop T-Bolts until I go down. So I try one Flame Charge, but after that I just go for Return. I believe this turn I actually go for a Shadow Claw, trying to crit him. No, it's the next turn then. Because I figure if I get the crit it'll do more than Return, but in the end it just let him get to a higher health than he would have without. So I'm down 6-4 in a pretty bad spot. Here I believe I go for a T-Bolt on the Garchomp, and then I'm going to double straight out to Sizzle, knowing that I can't switch into anything else. He goes for Toxic luckily, and I'm just going to double back as he goes for Fire Blast. This sucks. I really wish I'd KO'd him here, because this damage on Coco, while not terrible for me, it's still annoying. I really do. It kind of sucks. I'm going to go for a U-turn, knock him out, and rough skin damage as well. So I'm down to like 50% on Coco, and I go Keldeo here, and he brings Beedrill out. And this was kind of perfect, because I can just click Surf here. Hydro never KOs, so Surf's just a lot more safe. and he can't knock me out. So he just goes for a U-turn, and that's great, because I needed damage on Beedrill. And out comes this, and I realize I can't KO this, so I'm going to go into Sizzle, and he HP fires. Now, I'm going to be honest, I figured he would have HP fire, but I don't know, I just figured he wouldn't have clicked it this turn. I figured maybe he'd do it next turn that we were in this prediction, but I should have just clicked Surf. But unfortunately, I'm in half to Roost now, so Zapdos gets the free switch in, and a free T-Bolt, which I have to put Coco in on, because it's the only one on my team that can take it at this stage. And now, he can just KO me if he wants. Like, if he'd stayed in there, he'd just get rid of my Coco. But he knows Zapdos is too important to just waste, because Zapdos is at, what, like 90%? I'd be doing at least 75. So, it would be too low to be able to take on other stuff. But now he's going to send out this, and he realizes he has to pick a sack. So he picks Beedrill because he just figures it isn't that important. And I do agree. It's slower than Scarf Keldeo, and you know, Mega Scizor is never going to be broken by it. And in fact, Mega Scizor can actually roost really easily on it. Now here, I'm going to make a really interesting play, which I don't think was the best play for me. And I'm going to sack Keldeo. I figured this is a prediction that I could make here, and I probably should have made, but I decided to sack Keldeo instead of making the prediction, because I realized if I get this prediction wrong, I lose Coco or Sizzle. If I lose one of those, I instantly lose the game at this stage, pretty much, because I need the terrain for Lucha to be able to do anything, and I can't send Lucha in yet, because it wouldn't be able to knock out some of his stuff, i.e. Zapdos. And Sizzle, if that goes down, we do just lose to the Mimikyu, I believe. Was that it? I can't. No, it was this. Sorry, it was this thing on the field. I have a very tough time beating. So I sat Keldeo, where I should have made a prediction, and I really wish I hadn't done this, because Keldeo could have been very helpful breaking the rest of his team. Now I get to go into Scizor and just click U-turn as he doubles into Zapdos, and I realize he's put me in a really bad spot right now. I go Lucha, because I realize at this stage, I needed to go Lucha to have really any chance of this, because if I go Coco, the terrain goes down, he knocks me out, and I don't have terrain, and if I went Coco, I'd have to double to Sizzle, sack that, then go Coco, sack that, then go Lucha. So I figured my only real play here was to just go hard Lucha, and I Stone Edge as the Registeel comes out, and here I go for the switch into Coco. I realize I don't actually need the speed. Halucha's faster than his whole team without the speed boost. The defense boost would have been nice, but I'd figured he'd be running T-Wave, because if he doesn't have something like that, I could potentially just sweep him right now with Halucha. And he reveals Counter. And at this stage I feel like a bit of an idiot, because realistically if I Swords Dance there, I win the game. I'm pretty sure. No, I don't think I win the game, sorry. I knock out Registeel. If I SD there, I knock out Registeel on the next turn, and then his Mimikyu has a roll to knock me out or play rough. It's about a 50-50 roll, but then he'd have Sneak anyway. So it would come down to a Coco on this health, Lucha 6%, and Sizzle where it's at versus the Zapdos from where it's at, Ryun from where it's at, and Mimikyu with Disguise Broken. Would have definitely helped me, because instead I just lose my Coco here, and then go back out into Lucha. As I said, Lucha. I go Sizzle. I go for a U-turn into Lucha. I believe this turn I SD. No, I high jump, kick and miss, as he goes for counter? Yeah. So, this didn't matter at all. I'm just going to say it straight up. This miss didn't matter. I mean, it sucks a bit, but you're going to see it. You know, it could have mattered, but from what happens from here, it doesn't at all. So I just go for a Roost with Sizzle. I realize I need to try and keep Sizzle healthy. I don't know what I was trying to do, because I lose this game 90% of the time now. The miss could have mattered if I played a bit differently in the end game, to where Sizzle would die to rocks instead, but from how I did play, it did not matter. I superpower here, knock out Registeel, he brings out Zapdos, and here, in my eyes, he makes a misplay. He should have Heat Waved here, in my opinion, but he T-bolts and does about 50%. Now, if I U-turn there, I actually go into Hlucha, and I can knock you out Stone Edge. And sure, at that point, Reuniclus can live an Acrobatics. And then Sizzle probably couldn't sweep, but maybe it could have. That's the issue here. I actually don't know if it could have or not. Although, I feel like if I did go for U-turn here, go into Sizzle, sorry, hit Lucha, and click Edge, he should always go Mimic. And after that, he can just knock me out Sneak. And at that point, the miss would have mattered a bit, but I didn't do that, of course, so it didn't. But yeah, he would have just done that, and then Zapdos can always be Sizzle, so it wouldn't have changed the game too much. Although it might have got me a differential point, I'm not too sure. But either way, he's just gonna click Roost and then Heat Wave, and then I will go out to Lucha and do like 60%. So yeah, that's gonna be game. Unfortunately, we're going to start off the season 0-3. This is definitely my weakest season so far in WPL. I really need to pick up a win next week versus Bash. This is the first time I'm actually recording my battle before the next one's already happened. So when I recorded week 2, I had already done this battle. I already knew I'd lost. But yeah, I'm 0-3. I need to beat Bash next week. I need to pick up my first win, go 1-3 at least. I mean, if I lose next week, I'm just going to say it straight away. I'm pretty sure I'd pretty much be out of playoffs, because I'm not going undefeated in the rest of the season. I could take, what, one more loss if I lose next week and still make playoffs, but that's not happening, because it's me. I'm going to take a lot more losses. My goal now is just to pick up, like, try and pick up 6 wins. I doubt that'll happen. If it doesn't, then maybe, match last season, which I went 5-7 in, so I don't know. But, one thing I want to know, I did make one trade, one free agent. I might actually make another, or might 2 others. But if I do, I'll probably make a video on that. But I figured it was one free agent, and it was my tier 5, so I didn't really want to make a video on it. But I dropped my Togedemaru and picked up Regice. So I hope Regice can help me a bit more than Togedemaru, because Togedemaru I didn't bring into any games yet, because it doesn't have a great matchup, and it's not the best in Pokemon. I mean, Regice also isn't, but I want to try it. I've used Regice like once before, and it was kind of fun. So I want to use it again. So, yeah, anyway, that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye. Bye.